Laura Bicker, BBC News, Washington.
So how is all of this being reported inside Russia? Well, a spokesman for the Russian Foreign Ministry was on a television chat show last night, and this is what she had to say.
Speaking of the quality of these materials, why are they obviously part of political games? Why is there no analysis? Why is it all so false? Why is it not so much false, but an obvious information campaign? It's all aimed at the mass audience, the electorate ahead of the next electoral cycle.
Well, let's talk now to Vitaly Shevchenko, who's the Russian editor of BBC Monitoring. What's the general attitude to this latest news out of Washington, then?
Well, the Russian attitude to it all is just to laugh it off to both the media that's controlled by the Kremlin and officials. It's nothing new. It's part of the same campaign that's supposedly waged by the West and Washington, with the purpose of discrediting Russia. And Zakharova, the Foreign Ministry spokeswoman last night, she had a good laugh at the latest goings-on in Washington. Any suggestion that the Kremlin or President Putin is involved is not even worthy of looking at, she suggested. Much is being made in Moscow of the fact that the indictment focuses on Paul Manafort's work in Ukraine, but something that neither the media nor officials in Russia prefer to mention are the supposed links between the Kremlin and the former Ukrainian President Yanukovych, for whom Manafort worked. Also, the media seem to be focusing on the fact that these charges are historical, and not much is said about the possibility that more recent events will come under scrutiny soon.
Vitaly, what about the thousands of posts that have been uploaded, though, by Russian operatives to social media places like Facebook? What's being said about that?
Again, there's a lot of ridicule coming from Moscow about that, and there are suggestions that this is just part of the campaign that's waged domestically in the States by Hillary Clinton and her allies from the Democrat Party. They're described as bad losers, and they're clutching at straws to get back at Donald Trump after the Democrats were defeated. But the interesting thing to note as well is that no effort is being made in Moscow to somehow ignore these claims or hide them from public view. On the contrary, it seems that both officials and the media, they savor these claims while dismissing them. These allegations, according to certain analysts, they play into President Putin's hands by suggesting that Russia is great again, it's back up from its knees, and is playing a huge role on the international arena.
Vitaly, good to have your thoughts. Just an inside look there and then what is happening inside Russia and how this story is playing out. Let's look at what's happening today. With me is our technology correspondent, Rory Keflin.